Okay, Shawn Clement here from the Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center. Today, really important video. For those of you who are desperately trying to hit the ball straight, you need to understand how to draw the ball, which is a small hook, and fade the ball, which is a small slice. Now, Jack Nicklaus was quoted by saying, the straight ball is the hardest ball to hit, because we talk about the golf swing as being an arc. And you're swinging the club back and through without stopping. If I do that, right next to, I have a little ball tray here to give you an example. I swing the club back and through, let gravity grab a hold of it. Nice centered position. You can see how the club is tracing a nice arc path. So you try to hit something straight with an arc. You have to be extremely precise, understanding that impact is 0.04 milliseconds, right? And you'll have to have it exactly right on the arc and exactly right on the club face. But then your mind is saying, well, I have to hit this straight. I'm going to need to manipulate this, hold on to it. So that's why to try to hit a straight shot is futile, because it requires too much manipulation. However, if you practice your draws and your fades, and you start reducing the variables to the point where the ball looks like it's flying straight, but it's actually a straight draw or a straight fade. All right? So you have a choice. Now, the draw and the fade both have a very specific release associated to them, the feel of that release, right? And if you look at TrackMan when you're watching a PGA Tour event, you know, I have never ever seen a straight flying ball where the ball starts at a point and it arcs perfectly and the ball ends right behind that point, and what you see on the screen is just a straight line. It's never happened, okay? So stop trying to hit straight shots. Listen to what I have to say here as far as draws and fades, and when you practice them both equally, you'll start seeing your spraying angles out there reduce significantly. And the beauty of this is practicing fades and draws is also going to balance your swing tremendously, okay? So let's first start with what I call the soccer kick analogy. So if I was going to kick a soccer ball, if this was a soccer ball, and I wanted to make the ball curve to the left, so I would approach the ball from inside, I would be kicking to the outside of the ball, using the inside of my foot. Well, imagine the club face as the inside of the foot. You would angle your foot inward, right? Because we're kicking this way. And you would swing out to the right. Well, knowing that the golf swing is an arc, what part of the arc is going to send the energy out to the right? Right? So let's have a look at a little graph here. I gave you an overhead view. So have a look at this overhead view of this arc, and we'll get right back to it. Okay, so as you can see, if let's say this ball tray here was the arc of the swing, right? Here's center position, square club face. If I wanted to hit my draw, I would play the ball a little back in the stance, right? And you notice right now, that club face looks open. It's actually square to my arc line. It'll have a slight draw bias. If I don't have enough flight in the ball, enough draw flight in the ball, then I'm going to just close the face slightly, and you'll notice now the club face in relation to the target line would still look slightly open, but in relation to my arc line it looks closed. Okay, if I bring it back here, that looks still square to my target line, but to the arc line looks really closed. So if I'm catching the ball from the inside here, the club is moving outside the golf ball and the club face is closed to the arc line, you'll have a nice severe draw. All right? Now if I bring it back here, if I want to go for my fade, see, this basically looks square to my arc line. If I open it up to the arc line, it looks square to the target line. If I play the ball forward with a club that's square to the target line, it's going to fade. It's going to slice. So you may think that your club face looks square, and you're wondering why the ball keeps curving to the right. Well, first you want to examine the grip-club relationship out of my weak grip and strong grip video, so Golf Pro Lesson, weak grip or strong grip. And then once you got that relationship settled, then when you come back, you'll say, okay, this is open to the arc line, and it will fade a little bit. If it's fading too much, you close it a tad. If it's, you know, curving to the left, then you know it's a little too closed, then you'll open it up. It's as simple as that. So bottom line, you want to play a fade, you play it slightly forward of center. You want to play a draw, you play it slightly back of center or center position and get behind the ball. So there is how you're going to use the arc of the swing to work the golf ball. Okay? Now, back to the action.